Welcome to the fucking dark zone. I didn't feel like turning on any lights today. So this is what we're doing. It's hard for me to do the real BRB because this game just refuses to fucking play audio if it's not focused. I don't actually know what the festival objective is right now. It's tap boost. So we're gonna run quick recovery, slipstream bounty, ring gain boost because I need to break for my teammates to tap me a lot. Thank you! The menu song is so good. Okay, turn your monitor off. I would do it for the bit if it weren't, like, likely to crash the game. I do have a big-ass panel over here, though, which means I get to do this at basically any time I feel like doing this meme. It's just a light. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, I should probably actually play in the festival. I don't know what gadgets any of my teammates are running. I'm definitely in the nice Crest toothpaste car, though. It's gonna end up like those memes where it zooms in on someone's house and they're passed out. That's how Tap Boost Festival makes me feel, because I'm always in front of all of my teammates and I just break for them, and then they drive around me, because the netcode isn't good enough for them to actually know where I am. Good start, though. 4 taps this early. Oh, that's good collision. I want to catch up to our leader here. They can tap me. They're on the inside. I'm, like, intentionally over-braking on these corners to let people, like, make up progress. It's like, it's the fucking first lap of Kronos Island. Nothing that happens here matters either way. Oh, shit. Why did I fucking do that? I'm not quite there yet when I'm, like, in terms of recognizing team colors. I just assume that pink means it's okay, because that's how I would have set it up if it was my choice. You guys are all the way up there? Help me! Alright, are we staying low or going high? We're staying low. I actually didn't mean to send that backwards. Alright, I'd like to get off the ride. Alright, this set isn't using extended, so it's like actually kind of fucking not automatic to slipstream people. Alright. Now I actually need to play, like, sort of towards the front, but not really. Like, I think this is past the point where I can actually get away with trying to break for my teammates. This is definitely the set of items that I want, though. So, of course, that happens. Oh no, the system designed to stop me from doing the exact thing that I'm doing stopped me from doing the thing that I'm doing. Ooh, that's good. Well, it's the right time for that boost. Oh no, but Laser's gonna take me. Yeah, that was terrible. Laser took me on the wrong route. Third? Fourth? Yeah, I don't know, that's fine. How do we do on taps? Because this is like a makeable margin. Hey, cool. Top taps. There's no guarantee that taps are actually bi-directional, so I don't get to say that my 20 taps counted for double or anything like that. But, like, it is nice to actually play to the objective and feel rewarded for it. Gonna subscribe to your only scams. You're right here! It is exclusively scams on this fucking channel. Not quite sure if the teams mode in this game is better than what TSR offers. I didn't play very much TSR because I don't like the way the drifting works in that game. The handling model just felt really fucking stiff and uninteresting. I did play a lot with the TSR team systems in SRB2 Kart, and I thought that was pretty fun. Does that count for anything? Alright, what are we running in this room? Where are our winners? Okay, you're an ultimate charger, you're like on the #1 most popular set, you're hazard item up extended slipstream. Dude, Alright, there's no fucking matchmaking out here. Charmy in the truck with a power tuner on. 100 emoji, dude. I fucking love drunk driving in this video game. I think drunk driving is also, like, sometimes strategically optimal in this video game. Oh shit, I should totally just have some alcohol. That's like exactly what this mode requires of me, come to think of it. Oh my god, the big is a spin drifter! Yes! Fuck yeah, dude! If spin drift worked when you drift switched, it would actually be good. I fucking love spin drift. This shit looks so dumb. I think you slowed down for me there. Yeah, this fucking big knows what's up, dude. This guy's a fucking hero. I got a good feeling about this team. Except for the E- ranked Charmy in 11th place. I definitely just boosted out of a Dark Chow. Okay. The mechanics of Dark Chow are, like, almost strictly frustrating. Nothing good ever happens. Alright, I've got one teammate with me here. Oh, they took the split. I thought they were with me. Okay, so I gotta fucking... Somebody else is getting taps. Maybe I should just fucking try and head up the pack here. My set is really not intended to be trying to do this, though. Big miss, but maybe it made them steer away. I don't know, I can't tell because of the netcode. Trying to take wide lines to see if I can tap somebody when they're passing. That's a very confusing interaction that just happened. Oh, I missed the lock. Yeah, and then like 17 people took the cut, so... You know, that happens. 17 people took the cut and none of them were my teammates. Very strange. And by 17 people, I mean 4. Possibly 3. Yeah, that gap's too large, but maybe we can make second. Let's go, big! Spindrifter Warlords. How do you feel about being trapped in the eternal depths of the abyss? It's pretty comfy here, but I could use a fucking beer. How goes the Miku Festival? I haven't played too much Festival yet. I missed almost the entire first day, because I was working on a video about this game. Duh. Go get a beer. I will go get a 4% girly drink. No disrespect to the girlies of any gender in this room. You're all great. Gotta get a can of something 4%. Your builds video was very insightful. I definitely did see builds in this game as honest versus bagging. Yeah, it's like, I saw a lot of people simplifying it down to like, oh, the problem is item kit, the problem is Brill being able to take off-road, and it's like, the problem is kind of just that there's like 17 different things compressing the pack at all times. So, like, final placement is always who makes the last move towards first, rather than who is consistently, like, moving the most effectively. Get surfing, it's time. What did you ping me with? I saw that and then fucking passed out again. But I have no idea what that is. This is Angry Orchard Berry Bewitched. And it tastes like a fucking freezer pop. So I'm gonna be slightly intoxicated while playing Festival, which I think is great. I did have a big-ass bowl of fucking fried rice before this, so... I am not drinking on an empty stomach, and hopefully this will be slow absorption, rather than, like, getting absolutely zonked on one can of 4% like I'm a fucking 15-year-old white girl. And then, like, immediately turning into a cranky old man once it's gone. AIO Source/Quake movement game modes clone. Ooh, that's interesting. I think Festival is pretty cute. I think I like the basic premise of this. And most of its failings have more to do with, like, the core systems of Crossworlds that I don't like, rather than, like, Any problem with the teams format? That's a Weirhog and the fucking drill tank with a Miku stick. Ooh, is that a real team? Is that a pre-made? What are you guys running? Wisp chance, quick recovery, rocket punch, short fuse. Fucking based. Yeah, 2 Wisp chances in that team. What's going on in my squad? Ring Thief, Slipstream Bounty, Ring Gain Boost. I think people are starting to catch on to the fact that Ring Gain Boost is, like, completely ridiculous. Like, I think the time trialers were already using it, but Slipstream Bounty makes it so applicable. Like, if you're balancing this game and the only things you're allowed to change are, like, the functionality and cost of gadgets, my instinct is that Slipstream Bounty should be 2. As a 1 slot, it seems, like, really powerful, but then again, it's also sharing space with a lot of other good 1 slots, like level 2 and level 3 charge. But, like, you compare it to something like Air Trick Adept, and it's just like... And Air Trick Adept is run by a lot of people. People think that's good. But, like, Slipstream Bounty seems so obviously better. You know? Oh, maybe I should have gone high. Yeah, I'm trying to, like, swing around a lot so my teammates can hit me. Ha 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 ha! Say goodbye, Clanker! I don't know, it just came out of me when I saw that name. It was like... I turned into the fucking lead singer in a YouTube group. No frenzy. They definitely took it, though. Oh, no, they didn't. So I'm, like, weaving to get some coverage here. Did anybody notice? I think Boom Boo has significantly higher appearance rates in Festival. Maybe I should have been breaking more. It took them a while to get to me. That 10-point tiebreaker matters a lot, and also, like, legitimately the boost can help people play towards the front. I was just informed recently that when the festival objective is ring collection, it might be a suspiciously good strategy to actually try and front run, because if you front run with a boost item up, it can give you 100 ring Aroma Chow. And obviously getting fucking 100 ring out of a double box is like an enormous boon for the tiebreak. Why the fuck does Drill give me airtime? That shit is fucking... That's like Ring Racer's damage stumble. Like, it hit you, but it only nominally matters. Oh, I missed. I figure the best thing I can do there is just try to disrupt the people who are coming through and then, like, play for the Frenzy Box. I should have definitely tried to stay in Slipstream, though. I think those might have been legitimate passes. You can get Omo Chow on first boost item up. It's hearsay. I'm hearing it from somebody else on Cart Crew, but supposedly you can see, like, 100 ring and Omo Chow in high placements, quote-unquote. That was a pretty brutal round, I gotta say. Oh, those guys were farming taps. That's a 3-stack at least, so no surprises there, right? Yeah, I think I gotta give my team more help with those. I was, like, way far out in front and not really accomplishing anything for them. Miku has the pass, it's okay. If anybody on this earth has the pass, just saying. Speaking of fucking Vocaloid Utao shit, I listened to Bird Brain for the first time a couple days ago, and I've probably replayed it like 70 times. It's like, how are pop producers so fucking powerful? I don't get it. They're warlocks. Oh shit, it's Air Trek Festival. So, this was my plate. It's just Adept, Expert, Ring Gain, Boost, Slipstream Bounty. And I think it's probably fine because it gets me three tricks off of a level 1 boost, a level 1 boost in boat form, which seems like a good benchmark. I haven't seen any set that can get 4, so that seems to me like the optimal level of air trick investment. It's been years since I've tuned into here. How's it going? Probably the same, except I got marginally more articulate. Sometimes. Like, very conditionally. I'm still playing games that I have a lot of things to yap about. I'm still constructing sentences without, like, grammar. Ha-ha. Dude, Mitty, the fucking craziest thing about this game is that, like, we in Cart Crew, we played some in-houses of this game with items off and no CPUs. You can't actually turn items fully off, so we just set everything to 100 ring. And, like, driving is really messed up in this game, actually. We were all really, really close, and by really close, you figure, like, oh, you're within, like, 1 turn of each other, right? No, we were on top of each other, bumper to bumper, sidewall to sidewall, for 3 laps. I had to brake on purpose to fall behind. So if you're trying to play this game in a competitive setting, I genuinely don't know what you need to do to the rule set. Like, maybe we're better than average at these types of games, but, like, we're not all exactly the same amount better than average, right? I've got to make sure to get my rotation immediately upon entering the air, because you lose 1 trick if you don't. Had to make sure to use that before I get knocked away. Do you think this game has straight-up rubber banding? I tested if there was speed assist, and I don't think there is, because if I brake and get 2 turns behind at the start of a race and I'm not slipstreaming off people, I stay exactly 2 turns behind the entire time. I think slipstream is just incredibly strong. Okay, I guess the collision extent of Monster Truck is bad for this because you can only get 2 tricks with it. I don't know where that locked to. That was very confusing. Has anyone used Trick Assist before? Do you know if it slows down your tricks? So I know you still have to input the first trick manually. This is probably worth holding on to for the ending. It's like some of the best that I can hope for, I think. It's probably worth to do that as 2 jumps rather than single level 2. Get away! Oh wait, that was ours. And also, this is like the best possible timing for this boost. But I got passed by someone completely, like, regular and no visible speed state while under team boosts, so fucking what's even the point of being alive? How would G14 react to being called a clanker? Nice. Mattered. That was most tricks in the race, I think? Yeah. #1 lead keeper and #1 trick count. I do feel pretty responsible for that one, thank you very much. I actually don't know what's in the festival rewards. I haven't, like, seen if there's a menu I can use to scroll the previews or whatever. Mahjong Fight Girl is so good. Konami, please release it stateside on PCs. I will... You have no idea the irresponsible amount of money I will throw away. What the fuck is that cream driving? This is awesome. And of course, it's ring gain boost extended slipstream wristband sub slipstream. Oh god, I'm starting to see that played everywhere now that I found it. Okay. Every fucking time I see an acceleration character in a power car, I have to check for it now. Robots, by the way. They will make it a subscription service like PC Poppin'. I mean, I paid for like 3 months of EMU's basic course in order to play legit Sound Wolf X. If they do a Konosuke version, that's fine by me. It's just they haven't done one because I think they have the idea that it's going to cut into the Netcafe version, which I imagine they're getting some revenue from because most of the videos I see of it are of the Netcafe version. And you can tell because there's keyboard labels on the tiles. The teammate line just informs you of where they are. You get a boost whenever you collide with an allied player. So knowing where they are helps you coordinate that boosts. In theory. I should have taken the first thing. It's fucking air tricks. The first thing. Yes, the thing. Ooh, that's smarts without quick recovery. I know I said that cars give me no serotonin in this game during the network test, but, like, I've kind of come around. I don't think I'll be using technical drift on most of my sets, so I don't actually think it's that good. But I've, like, come to appreciate the regular driving model as well to an extent. It's more fun in a handling car than in any other car, I would say. Those ones just slime you, but these ones, the next ones coming up, actually do, like, hit you, if I recall correctly. Maybe I should have used the boost item to take that and farm a couple more tricks. But I'm already kind of thinking about the endgame here. And, like, having at least one boost is not a terrible situation to be in. Oh, and yeah, this is the fucking cream running, Did I boost away from Dark Chow? No, it was slime. Okay. Okay, that's a good start. Shield's a good start. I missed trick opportunities because I'm in, like, front runner brain right now. Holy shit. It's Chad Jita. Oh, I didn't need to blow my shield there because I was in team boost. Okay, well, let's try to salvage it and at least grab the double. 2 traps. These are hard to defend against, I think. Although I might have dropped that one a little bit early because I think you have an immunity window when you're in transform recovery. The one thing that I've noticed about Festival is that when you have 3 players on the fucking squad who aren't interested in attacking you, endings are, like, significantly more consistent overall. Dang, it wasn't... 17?! Shad Jada, are you serious? Oh, right, because your fucking set didn't have any trick speed. Dude. You're killing me here. That's fucking brutal, man. What are we doing here? Scale. Yeah, man! Yes! I wonder how many fucking people have done that. I should probably start actually voting when I think the courses are, like, at least one course is legitimately bad. I always random, but I need to start picking something else when Chronos comes up. Chronos is just, like... I cherry-picked it a little bit in the video, because it's, like, the most blatant location in the entire game where if you're in first place, you lose. Was that a fucking Alienware sticker? They got a lot of weird collab stickers here. They got, like, Razor stickers and Beyblade stickers and shit. Only vaguely interested in this game entirely because of Miku. Haven't seen enough to know if the driving is good or if the game is fun overall. I would say the driving is fun. It's very, very arcadey. It's... Don't expect to be able to take individual race results seriously and treat it like a gambling game where, like, good decision-making and good driving gives you an edge on average, but, like, the results of every individual race are kind of horseshit. I do like the driving, though, quite a lot. I would say, as a return to form for Sega arcade racers, this is not a bad outing. I am just slightly disjointed from the target audience on account of how fucking arcadey the tuning is. Is that a fair take? I, like, given that I'm working on what could, like, be seen as a direct competitor to this game, even though I don't see it that way, a lot of people fucking talk about it like it is. I do want to be, like, mostly reasonable about the way that I talk about this. That was bad, though. I fucking forgot that I'm not on Tech Drift. On net, I would say that I enjoy this game. I definitely would not have played it to Legend 8 and still be playing it if I wasn't having some fun. This Boom Boo in second is some outrageous bullshit. Why did I have that? Tapping those inside. Whoa! Whoa! Wait a second. Okay, that's not Allied Magnet. I'm on fucking yellow. I was like, what the fuck? Allied Magnet pulled me, and it just didn't. Flight sections are kind of fake, but they do represent a really good opportunity to refill rings if you, like, boost through piles. Pulling over for the monster truck and the drill. Shield's a good start. I think I'm probably too close for a boost wisp. Oh shit. Well-timed team boost. Okay, they got out of... They got away from me. God only knows how, but... Definitely second, could be first, depending on lag. There we go, it's first. The netcode's really bad, by the way. Just like... Whatever you're seeing on the screen may bear only a cursory resemblance to the... Oh, 268 to 269? Oh, fuck. And that was one shy of best tricks in the fucking race, too. That's a brutal way to lose it. It's like, hey, you weren't technically the best in the race at tricks, so you have been demoted from first place to second place. Okay. Add a Miku with a slight chance to say slurs. No, it just needs to be exactly the bird brain moment. Let me... I know everybody in this fucking chat who gives a fucking shit about Vocaloid or Yutao has probably already seen this, but, like, just the start of this song and the start of the video in particular. Oh. Also, huh. Okay, that's definitely not how my display capture should work, but my fucking stream deck is shot, so just appreciate this. That exactly is what I need out of Crossworlds Miku. Started singing too early. Fuck! That's beautiful stuff. While I'm here, actually, if I look up my fucking... Let me pop out my Stream Deck app. I don't think the Elgato Stream Deck is very good. This is not a recommendation for it, but it is a piece of hardware that I now have, so I do try to use it where possible. Okay, where's the real... Added support for OBS Studio 32. Thank you! I bet it definitely won't reload the plugin in real time, though. This is gonna make a bunch of Windows noise while I do this. I just have to fucking... I have to do it now or I won't remember. Thought you were gonna go with the other bird brain moment. After the extremely emotional bridge, Teto doubled over on the ground. Screaming about a specific thing. Okay, it's taken the fucking game now like 8-9 seconds to display a UAC prompt. No, seriously, all 4 of my monitors are black. There's no UAC prompt here. Can I navigate this with the keyboard? Oh, okay. Recording has been stopped after encountering an error. Do not close applications, a reboot will be required. Do not close applications, a reboot will be required. So that was interesting. So my shit isn't gonna work until I restart OBS, but at least it'll work tomorrow. Oh my god! Why the fuck did you open an entire authorization window? Okay, we're done with that. Oh, I can always tell when the alcohol is starting to hit because I start considering what it would be like, what it would feel like viscerally to just unplug everything out of the back of my computer and throw it into a river. MK World also has done pack issues, but it has the exact opposite outcome. Basically impossible to make comebacks if you aren't dead last because the good lines aren't designed for multiple people doing them. Yeah, it's like, in that sense, this game's situation is a little better because, like, you probably don't want to be first on any given ending, but, like, you would really rather be third or fourth than ninth, for the most part. It's like, I think that, like, top 4 placements are relatively consistent in this game, provided that your set runs enough, like, defensive tools to protect yourself. But, like, actually getting top 1 is, like, random, completely. That's definitely a stock horn that I used in Horn Mod. Hello. Did it put me on the rental plate? You did! You sly dog.
Hey guys!
Blue shells are sort of a fake mechanic. Oh, are they dodgeable?
Hey, hey! Ta-ta! Sure!
Who would design a game with dodgeable blue shells? What kind of psychopath would do that? I need, like, a button I can hit that puts the Ring Racers logo on the screen when I do these bits. I do sort of wonder what, if any, influences people will take from Ring Racers when designing racing games over the next couple of years. My expectation is not a whole lot, because our game is kind of niche and unpopular and weird, but, like, I do think we do a lot of things that, even if your design goals are different than ours, something like EXP is, like, as an under-the-hood hidden system, could be a good solution to, like, trying to deliberately play from behind in a lot of kart racers, even if you were to tune it less aggressively than we did. I definitely don't want to have an ego about anything, but a lot of things genuinely strike me as, like, nobody has ever done this in the genre before. And some of it is definitely because we have different design goals, but not all of it, right? Oh, I'm getting bounced around. That's the thing about the boat sections. The networked collision is honestly your biggest enemy there. Random track? Oh. Okay. I don't love Golden Temple. Especially when we're on, like, brick objective. So much relies on the boat section not going horribly for you. I just used that because I got bored, I'm gonna be real with you. It's, like, not tactically good to have used that where I used it. Why the fuck a Green Glove has, like, acquirable homing is beyond me, by the way. Like, one of the big things about this game's item play is that there is genuinely no holy fuck, guys! Can we calm it down? There's no way to actively avoid items unless you're using level 4, but there's also not a lot of good ways to passively avoid items. Like, at least versus Monster Truck and Drill, you can, like, drive in locations where they're not. Like, they do only have one location they can be in at a time. Oh, this is terrible. Good netcode there, by the way. Just saw that motherfucker fall through the earth before their position updated. This boost is not gonna last long enough to take the cut. That airtime there is really confusing. I kind of don't know why that happens. What the fuck was I talking about? God damn it. I got distracted on, like, 2 separate things and completely lost my original thread. Has nothing to do with this, I assure you. Wow. That's actually a strong enough margin that we would be completely secure regardless of the outcome. That's pretty hot. ring racers influencing other games. Yeah, it's like a lot of things we're doing for the first time because nobody has ever wanted to do the things that we do, which is like understandable because the things that we do are weird and unpopular and very niche. But a lot of things seem like they could be used to solve problems that other games in the space have. Even if the magnitude and type of the solution wouldn't be the way that we would do it. Blur and Split Second are both kind of hot games when it comes to like arcade racers with goofy shit going on. Split Second is trapped in like really bad PC port hell, but like I think the look of the game still holds up and like the driving isn't bad. Have you played Mod Nation Racers? No, but one of the guys on our team, Stek, is a Mod Nation Racers diehard and constantly references the way that Mod Nation lobbies worked whenever we'd run into netplay problems in any other game. Oh yeah, while I'm here. Joining in on a few SRB2 Kart streams here. I was absolutely horrid at that game. Yeah, SRB2 Kart had a very, like... The driving model was, like, willing to let the player hang themselves a lot more than most kart racers. And it was also, like, the catch-up mechanics weren't particularly robust, so it was really easy for players with a, like... good understanding of how to control the game to just, like, never see anyone. I like SRB2 Kart for what it's worth. There's a weird idea around, like, ring racers and SRB2 Kart orbit spaces that we don't like that game, which is, like, kind of weird and ahistoric, given that, like, many of the people on the team made that game, and many of the other people on the team were so into that game that they became, like, fucking pivotal add-on authors for it. The existing members of Kart Crew actually waited to pick me up until after I was done with the juice box development. I guess I'm okay with Skyroad. That's a weird time to get the team boost. Of all the driving in this game that's fake, flight sections are the fakest for sure. It's like barely a gain over driving straight to do like anything in a plane form. Oh, that guy fucking died. Oh, I got fucking muscled away from the jump. I've been thinking about that actually, like, festival. Oh shit, we're on taps. Oh my god, I didn't see the objective change. I thought we were still on tricks. I'm actually a big shitter. Ugh. Okay, well, it's too late on taps, I think. All I can do is actually, like, play for first place. Double boosts and first place is, like, not a terrible place to be in. I'd still kind of rather be behind these people if I'm being 100% honest, but... Oh, well, wish granted, right? So now... Okay, avoided the drill. Did a couple of these. Not the most graceful cut entry. Yeah, you see what I mean about Kronos Island? It's not good. It's a bad thing, broadly speaking. $41. That's a safe margin, right? Yeah, it must be. Okay, so my position play at the end actually mattered, and also I had the most bumps on my team anyway, even though I wasn't playing the objective at all. And yes, as expected, everyone put a Miku sticker on the front of their car. Me in the fucking Isle of Buzz Lightyears. Hey, my Miku sticker's really big though, which makes it different. Alright, so let's use my Slipstream Bounty Quick Recovery set. Maybe I could try Mini Ring Extended Slipstream for Festival. Like, I could totally use my ring plate now that I think about it, but, like, this is probably fine. We'll see if I'm hurting enough that I need Extended Slipstream, really. Dude 64 is, like, not on the team currently, but they did do some work. Small world. I mean, like, I'm apparently top 1,000 in World Match right now, which is, like, 1,000 is a very, very large number, honestly. I don't feel like that confers any particular, like, special properties upon me, and definitely the primary component of the ranking system is, like, the amount of time that you play IMO. I don't know, people seem to disagree with me on that, and definitely, like, you can climb a lot slower if your win rate is worse, but, like,
Sup?
I think even with, like, a strictly negative placement rate, you can still climb, so in that sense, it's very much about how much you play.
Sup? Later.
Miku player keeps getting put in the Luca team. Oh no, I have to use a pink car? Oh, dude, that's terrible. I didn't want that at all. What am I supposed to do with this? This is such a weird way of handling start boosts. Huh. That wave is using starting invincibility. That's pretty cute. For a while in A rank, I was using Speed Machine starting invince sets. I don't think they're actually very good, but I do think they're pretty fun. Alright, I need to get into your Oh, we took the other path. Took the fucking other direction. But see, like, I beefed it into that wall, and it kind of didn't matter. Probably offensive item strategy in this is just to, like, I don't know, what do you do other than just shoot people away from their, Hold on. I think I have to take this. Yellow. Abuelo called me thinking that he was calling my dad. I guess our names are right next to each other in the fucking phone. Alright. I never get calls from Abuelo, so I was a little bit worried that it might have been something serious. Anyway, Sonic Crossworlds!
Nice.
First we have some water, and then we have some booze. Did we actually win? Oh my god. Oh my god! This... I'm not making it up. I'm not doing it for content or for clicks. I'm not doing it because I want to be the Ring Racers counterculture guy. I'm doing it because the game is structured in that way, okay? I just want you to know. I got a Miku decal. Maybe for 2.5 you need to add AFK driving. It seems like a pretty good feature. Honestly, so we have the stuff for bot takeover in the feature branch for online GP, which still needs like some work and also now needs to be merged up to 2.4. Because the entire idea is that, like, if somebody disconnects, instead of like removing them from the game, we just take them over with a bot for the rest of the race, and then potentially let them join back. And like, honestly, I keep seeing features that are comparable to that in so many places, like the Sega Mahjong replacement player button. But yeah, in case you're just joining us, I did in fact pause the game and take a call, and then like unpause the game at the back half of lap 3 and place 4th and my team won. I'm just not imagining it, okay? Everybody who says that it's meaningfully possible to defend a position in this game is, like, smoking the whole dick. It's extremely straightforwardly wrong, and it's wrong if you've, like, even remotely looked at the game. It's not good to do that in Festival, by the way. It might be optimal if you want to play as little as possible, but, like, you still want to play the Festival objective. And, like, when I came back to the screen, you guys saw it. I unpaused, and I was in, like, 12th place. I was in a distant 12th. But, man, I couldn't have asked for a better example of, like, the way that catch-up functions in this game, man. Alright, this Charmy's with me on the wavelength. Actually, Wave is the other one. They're with me on the Charmy link. I'm feeling good about this team. Look at that. First, second, third, fourth. Gonna weave a little bit. 16 taps. Lap 1 is actually, like, kind of an incredible number to be bringing to Festival. Yeah, look at that. That fucking CPU Amy is killing it on taps. Alright, here comes the slime. not my favorite tap right there. That's definitely aimed at our silver. Soft block on that. Trying to get into slipstream. Or like give my teammate slipstream. Give me a hug, man. This is such a killer performance that I've become worried. Oh, I went too far inside against the drill.
Finish!
That was like a high enough set of placements that I think we probably got it, right? Oh, wow. The Charmy fucking died. That might actually put it into question. There's no way we didn't fucking top out on bumps, though, right? Ah! Let's fucking go! 38 taps! Fucking Wizard Gaming! This matters to scoring for some reason, by the way. Just outrageous stuff. It's still Tap Boost Festival. Ring Grab Festival should be interesting. I don't know what the best strategy to bring to bed is. I think like top placement boost focus might be good, but you also get so many rings from like Slipstream Bounty that it's hard to say. Like Slipstream Bounty ring gain or ring range up was really good for me because you'd just trail behind pack fights, and then like anytime anyone got rings knocked out of them, you'd absorb all of them. And it seemed like really obviously strong. I wonder if teams are balanced for skill within teams. Any crowns in here? Inventory plus, ring game, mini boost, speed tuner, collision boost. Quick recovery item hoarder.
Good.
Yeah, you fucking wear that crown with pride. It's the game. We do what we can to survive. Watching that clip that got posted, I think, has sold me on Crossworlds. Oh no, is it? Abuelo called me thinking that he was calling my dad. It totally is. This clip is so good already. Now, the secondary objectives are kind of interesting. They don't really interact with your placement enough, but, like, they are at least tied to your ability to, like, drive in interesting and somewhat difficult ways. No, it's like it was absolutely the correct decision to have a can of 4% something while playing this. Not that I think you need to be intoxicated to enjoy Crossworlds, but like, sure fucking looks like it helps. Alright, let's reconnect with teammates. I'll break a little bit here and see if they can catch me. Not working out. They actually seem to be falling further behind. So I'll just try to connect with Skull Kid up here. Give you a break there. I'm explicitly breaking for you to fucking catch up to me. Holy shit. I'm too far ahead, but I don't understand how. Okay. Got a couple tap boosts here. I wasn't even using boost items for so long. Where the fuck is everybody? I need to drop back further? Let's take the wide path here. Okay, probably boom boo from our sage there. We took the split, I think. Alright, I have a boost. Didn't want to try and dip into that. Oh, it's Dark Chow, of course, right? Is that multiple drills behind me at the end? I got passed by one drill, and then there were fucking warnings for 2 more drills behind me. This is completely a me issue, but I'm starting to find some of the visual noise a bit distracting. Now, I think this is a very flashy game. It's like, it's definitely got that arcade racer tuning. Ah, I couldn't do it. 15 bumps just wasn't anywhere near enough. Yeah, I just couldn't stay connected to anyone. I'm wondering what happened there. It seemed like my teammates are fucking drowning. What prescription medication is Crossworld's most like? It's definitely like... What's the opposite of an antipsychotic? A psychotic? Because I feel like this game makes you see things that aren't real. Clearly Tylenol! Okay, Metal Harbor's got terrible endings, so I'll vote something else. Now, like, really listen to this game, not just like the way that the sounds are designed, but the way that they're mixed. Every single time a race sound like the collision boost jingle plays, the music pushes down because this game has to be at maximum volume at all times to be heard over the other things on the arcade floor. Wait, what do you mean it's a home release? Huh? Like, it's just so obvious that the arcade racer guys are working on it, you know? Alright, let's get those taps started. A little bit more difficult going high to accomplish that. But we'll give it our best. You can hear me braking, right? Somebody's with me on this side. I'll wait for fuse level 2 and then throw this. That guy's like drowning, but I think I have a better chance of catching up to our lead. Oh shit. Wait, now I'm leading despite that. That's confusing. Alright, let's stay ground level. Really easy opportunity to get a bunch of taps here, and of course my teammate immediately takes the sky route. Oh, we're in, like, dire low placements, so I should probably actually try to move upward. Never mind, I didn't go anywhere, and suddenly we went from dire low placements to, like, I'm attacking the leader. Right, because there's no mini-map when the placement widget is on screen, so you can't tell how fucking tightly people are spaced. Okay. Another fucking slicer, man? Ugh. The Metal Harbor ending is just fucking beyond description. I thought I would have some space on the outside for that. Alright, let's do this. Third, fourth. Have you seen the upcoming reboot of Screamer? I have never heard of that before. Ah, missed it. Damn. That's tough, dude. 29 bumps is crazy farming. I just couldn't connect with my team. The 2.4 RC is why is EXP and or rank not a secondary way to qualify for the next round? Because it's a racing game and it's cool and final position matters in racing games. Or, like, the primary reason. I was actually... The precise role of EXP was, like, kind of a debated topic in development for a while. I actually, initially, and I still kind of, like... I see a lot of benefits from displaying it to the player, but I initially wanted it to be an entirely hidden system. And just, like, have it mysteriously in the background, making position play more fair. I was not initially for, like, having it be a component of scoring at all. Because, of course, my fantasy for the entire thing is a fucking racing game where comebacks are possible, but where final placements still reflect skill, which is, like, a difficult problem to solve, and I don't think we fully solved it. Arcade racer with a cyberpunk aesthetic, described as a twin-stick racer. Left stick controls steering, the right stick controls drift angle. Huh. Kind of an inertial drift thing going on, except I assume that game predates it.
Greetings. Hello!
Re-release this in arcades, but give it the Mario Kart Arcade GP Facecam system. That system's funny as hell, man. It's wild how, like, Arcade GP has no driving, though. Like, have you guys ever actually sat down and played it? It's like, there's nothing fucking going on. Hidden XP would have been funny given it was not affecting item pools until the very last RC. Honestly, if Hidden XP had been, like, part of the design from the very beginning, I might not have fucking made the coding mistake that caused it to not work. Because, yeah, newsflash, I implemented the whole thing, so it was all me. The actual design of EXP beyond, like, the vaguest outline is entirely my responsibility. It's like, hey, when you do intermediate calculations on their own line, in order to make your code easier to read and to reason about, make sure you do those intermediate calculations after all of their dependencies have also been calculated. Don't just stick a bunch of shit in any order at the top of your fucking function and be like, yeah, now that that's all out of the way. I've gotten better about that recently, but I still don't think, like... Dev disagrees with me, and God bless their hearts for that, and on some level I'm sure they're correct in some sense, or some percentage. But, oh my god, my team's drowning. I actually think I just have to fucking drop. We need taps. I don't think... I think I'm one of the worst programmers to ever work on video games. Deadass. The number of, like, showstopper issues in Ring Racers that are entirely my responsibility and would have been, like, trivially caught and resolved by anyone else with any programming experience that I know is, like, sort of fucking staggering. Alright, we're moving up slowly. I still haven't been particularly successful about getting more taps, but... Hey, every amount counts, right? Dude, shit, we're fucking back at bottom 4 again. But I guess everybody is still relatively close. And I do kind of, like, have a good way of winning in hand right now, so... I probably shouldn't be super worried. The Drill Wisp looks so goofy. Look at that little guy. Yeah, it seems like I'm the only person who's actually making progress by driving, unfortunately. Oops. Cool. I don't know, it just doesn't produce any serotonin. I get, like, no endorphins from that type of win. We can tie for first if our bumps are good. They're not. No! No endorphins at all. Just an insanely brutal round. I bitch at work that our environment is too error-prone for devs, and whatever we have is miles better than the SRB2 codebase. I don't think I'd survive that thing either. I think a lot of my errors are like basic logical problems or grade school math shit, which is wild because I do actually have like kind of a fucking math education. And that, like, I don't know, I at least, like, did a lot of fucking AP classes in an aggressive college prep program sponsored by a university before, like, almost immediately deciding that I would rather play Super Smash Bros. A lot and, like, completely throwing away an engineering degree. But it's okay, because now I, like, have really fucking distinct opinions on video games, so... I fucking won in the end, I don't know. I don't know, I think it's kind of fucked up that we expect, like, high school age kids to, like, actually have any concept of what it means to, like, fucking study in a field. He gave me, like, an additional 3 years, and I might have fucking had that shit figured out, but, like... And I'm definitely not even, like, mad about the way that my life went, but, like, definitely when I have the feeling like, oh, I'm literally just worse than other people at this field and I could have potentially gone to school for it. Oh. That sucks. So yeah, kids, stay in school. I don't know, I'm a fucking mess when it comes to programming. I feel like I had good things for ring racers, but, like, on the whole, like, man, does it feel bad when, like, simple errors cause huge sweeping problems. Like, double min delay was also my fault, because min delay was, like, my system. And it's like, I kind of feel like I wish I had had a little bit more of a safety net for doing things like that. I was kind of striking out on my own. But, like, fact of the matter is, like, sometimes alone is what you've got, you know? Okay, it's ring gain this time around, so I don't need to worry about farming taps. Oops. Ow, that was kind of rude. Getting bounced around a lot, man. The rate at which you get fucking rings for slipstreaming with Slipstream Bounty is actually, like, pretty significant, I would say. Like, if you're willing to take fucking, Trick Bounty, you should treat Slipstream Bounty with the same level of seriousness. God, I'm getting pushed around like crazy this race. Oh, I should have been in line for this. Boink. You're invincible, so you don't get to benefit from Dark Chow. I got that 20, barely missed, and oh, this is a bad position to be recovering from. Oh, and I also missed both of the power boxes. Ugh. I think I hit both of those 20s, though. And now I'm back in fighting range, I would say. Oh, I feel like I'm just getting knocked around so much suddenly, though. It feels so different. And then a bunch of stuff happened and I placed in first. Have you noticed the modeled audience characters have vertex jitter? What the fuck? I know they're at a low frame rate, but I didn't look too close beyond that. Alright, it's not in a large enough margin for victory. Okay, and I was also, like, hugely the fucking highest ring gain in the race, so I guess I can take credit for that. To what extent Crossworlds allows you to take credit for anything that happens in Crossworlds. What do you think is the #1 most fucked up implementation in Ring Racers? In terms of, like, the worst actual, like, programming, I don't know, I think, like, in terms of bad code, there's not a whole lot that I'm directly responsible because I do, like, go back and revise Scratch implementations once they turn out to have bugs. But I think at this point, like, the worst piece of code that I've ever personally, like, been involved with in any capacity is the damage system. P-damage mobs is such a bad function that in order to have preserved demo compatibility during the 2.4 release candidates, I literally copy-pasted the entire thing from, like, the start of 2.4, 2.4 RC1, and I just have demos call that version instead of doing, like, actual behavior checks, because there are just way too many there are too many cases and special exceptions and, like, weird branching behaviors in it. It's genuinely like a 1,000-line function or something. If I bring it up right now, let's see. P enter C P damage mob. Go to definition. Starts at line 3683. Ends at line 4516. So yeah, it's a 900-line function that's responsible for applying every instance of damage in the game. And never mind that, like, damage stumble is an idea I invented that has been terrible. Stumble was never intended to be used for anything other than smooth landing failures, and we figured out that it made a lot of sense for, like, fucking less punishing damage types, but damage stumble has just been a complete fucking nightmare when it comes to fucking rule systems, especially the insta-whip. The insta-whip is entirely my implementation and, like, mostly, like, in practice my idea. And because the insta-whip is supposed to go through all invulnerability states, it has been a huge fucking problem, because SRB2 and its derivatives don't actually have a concept of, like, only collide with this object once. There's no concept of on enter, on leave like in a managed game engine. It's just if colliding. And so objects that can hit you more than once in theory, but are not supposed to hit you more than once in practice, involve horrible hacks. And in fact, if you've observed weird behavior with the insta-whip and ring racers, it's probably because the only way I was able to get it functioning the way I wanted it to function within those constraints. Also, I have some ideas about how to change this, if it's like, because I already see some public issues. Is insta-whip doesn't hit players in hit lag, and when insta-whip hits you, it puts you into hit lag for a period of time equal to its active frames. That's the solution. It's so bad. Just leads to a bunch of really confusing situations from both an implementation and design perspective. And Whip also, like, in initial versions of, like, Damage Stumble, was the only thing that used Damage Stumble, which means that, like, for a really long time we were running into issues because Damage Stumble was, first off, not a first-line damage type, because we wanted it to, like, oh, this inflicts stumble, but it also needs to make the player, like, drop rings and, like, play their pain hurt sound and stuff. And so Damage Stumble itself was a hack where we would stumble the player and then duplicate some of the behaviors that damage does, which meant that places that applied Damage Stumble also needed to individually check for things like whether the player was currently invincible or, like, winning a scale comparison for Grow. And god, fucking Grow being changed from, like, an unconditional invulnerability state to using scale comparisons was also a complete fucking mess! So it used to be that if you scaled a fucking map hazard as, like, a mapper, then it would randomly hit Grow players because it was comparing fucking scale. And so that had to be changed to only be enforced on objects that could, like, plausibly be scaled up because they came from large players and not because the map simply, like, needed them to be a certain size. And, like, now you're beginning to understand, right? This is the right set of things to have for contesting from the front, I think. But not if I fucking clip the inside 100 times. Yeah, that was just, like, outright bad driving, and this is kind of deserved. Art Cruise being sponsored by Angry Orchard. If I had a fucking... If I had $1 for the number of times that somebody was fueled entirely by alcohol when working on a feature. Wow, I was, like, really far ahead compared to everybody else. That's brutal. Oh, and we still missed on Ring Collection. I wasn't doing great on that either. I think my placement on net has been pretty good this session, but it still kind of hurts sometimes. Huh. Yeah, that is vertex jitter, isn't it? Or I wonder if it's just some fucking weird shit about the animations not being interpolated. I don't know. Let's see. Other stuff that's really bad. Let me think. The turn solver is, I actually think it's one of my best pieces of work in the game, but its required existence is a complete nightmare. So basically, Ring Racers uses delay-based netcode. Sorry if I've explained this before on the stream, just bear with it. Ring Racers uses delay-based netcode, and I, will forever harbor a grudge about this, and, I've actually done a weird amount of experiments trying to think about how to fix it. But, one of the things we do to make delay-based netcode feel less bad is that when you hit the control stick or the D-pad, we turn your camera immediately before your character turns on the server side, so that it's easier to estimate turns. But the problem is that Ring Racers is a game with a lot of very granular, specific analog handling states. Your steering responds very differently if you're drifting versus you're not, if you're slip-tiding versus you're not, if you're going fast versus you're going slow, because there's the handling dampening. A lot of that stuff, right? And so we don't actually know for sure how far to turn your camera when you input something, because by the time that input arrives on the server side, your handling properties could be totally different. And so the turn solver exists basically as a means of fucking bundling up the current position of your camera and sending it over to the server along with your steering inputs and saying hey, this is where I think that I'm going to turn. If you can make that happen, please do. And in order to do that without, breaking too much of the fucking steering rules, it actually runs a binary search through all 1,600 possible steering inputs to find the one that leaves your character facing closest to your camera. Subject to a couple restrictions on, the both edges of the search, so that, it doesn't, for instance, break you out of a slip tide that you're already doing, or cancel a slip tide that you're clearly trying to do. And then we also need to cover for, dropped packets in that scenario. So if you lose a single input, it actually, for exactly one game frame, the game ignores your camera's position and steers completely trusting your inputs, because it assumes, like most games, that your inputs will remain the same when congestion happens. And then after that point, it actually has to freeze and start trusting your camera position again. Or, your last received camera position if it hasn't gotten an update from you. Because if it didn't, then when you lagged for more than a certain amount of time, when you came back, you would be facing a different direction. And I had to do basically that whole system because local camera was not in Ring Racers when I joined development. And it was something that it was really important to me to get working again, because it was bad for it to work the way that it did in SRB2 Kart, where your camera position was your steering. There were a couple issues associated with that, and also it was just really sloppy from a game logic perspective. But it was really important to have the feature in order for, even remotely responsive online play. Min delay was actually designed and programmed before that, because I just got so frustrated trying to play online that I needed, some way of getting used to the delay, while I was also, regularly playing offline, testing Grand Prix, etc. Dang. I was in first on the last turn, my mistake.
Good.
So yeah, the turn solver is kind of bad. What else? If I control F my own name in the code base, is that going to produce something? Did we get it? I'm trying hard, but it's like clearly not enough, you know? I wonder if I should try the boost item strat. So if I search my own name, double min delay, and I left a comment to say, like, fucking don't do that. I wrote a function that does nothing except return a variable that should be externed because I couldn't figure out the header at the time, and, like, that was allowed into the code base for some reason. I did the new ban storage system and the unban command and bans by RRID. Oh god. RRID is entirely mine, and it's a little bit frustrating to me that we kind of just ran out of steam before we could do really exciting things with it, but I am happy with the way the implementation turned out in practice anyway, even though it's kind of fucking bad and scary. What could I lose for this? Ring range up mini ring thief in order to run... Oh god, speed item chance is fucking 3 slots? Ugh. Well, let's try this. Let's see if it can actually generate rings. RRID is the system that verifies you to an online server when you join, so that it can give you back your, like, power level and stuff. And technically, Lua add-ons can use it as well to persist data about you, although I'm not aware of any that do currently. I actually had to learn, like, a small amount of cryptography for RRID. I learned a little bit in high school. We did, like, in Computer Literacy 2 or whatever, we did, like, a unit on RSA. And public key cryptography is kind of based... The broad idea is that you have two numbers with a fucked up mathematical relationship to one another, and it's a public and a private key. And the public key you can pass around and be like, this is me, and the private key you keep to yourself. And with the private key, you have the ability to create messages that, given the public key, you can tell, okay, it came from the person who owns the private key that corresponds to this public key. So it's basically, I can guarantee that this message came from me. And we use that for, I added a bunch of stuff to the join process of ring racers, as well as a key exchange step in the middle of every round to try and make sure that a guarantee of a client's identity is as secure as possible. Because the basic idea is that the server gives you a message and asks you, hey, like, if you are the owner of the public key that you just showed me, before I believe you, you need to sign this message with your private key so I know that you own that public key, right? Except there's no mechanism that would stop a bad server, a malicious server, from, like, trying to protect... You get a connection from an unwitting client, and you go, hold on a second, and you connect to a different server pretending to be that client, and you get the message that they want that client to sign, and then you give it to the client who's connected to you, and you're like, hey, you need to sign this to link up with me, and they don't know that it's coming from somewhere else. So they sign that, and then you take that signature and give it to the server that you're trying to impersonate them on. And so that's like, that's where the timestamp error and the VPN errors come from, where, like, the server, when it generates the thing that you need to sign, includes its own IP address and the current time. so that you can't reuse that information on another server. If it was to like, hey, sign this message that includes an IP that isn't mine, your client goes, that seems super suspicious, and fucking leaves. And so that's one part of the problem. And the other part of the problem is, okay, but what if the server that you're on is the bad guy? What if it's set up to let people in without verifying their keys? Then you won't be able to trust that somebody is who they say they are when they're playing there. So there's actually a hidden key exchange step that happens at the start of every race during position, where the server sends out a message that includes the names and public keys of every player in the round, and says, hey, you all need to sign this and give it back to me in the next 15 seconds or so that I can then pass out that worksheet and show it to everyone else. And so if the server doesn't get that from you, it kicks you. But then, if you as a client don't get the completed worksheet from the server, you go like, oh, the server's not trying to verify identities, this is suspicious, and your client disconnects on purpose. And to my knowledge, nobody has, like, succeeded in, like, abusing this system to allow, like, impersonation. Because identity verification isn't actually that important. But I really wanted it to be usable without, like, people causing problems. Stuff like, oh, maybe somebody can log on as a user they don't like and trash their power level or something. Or, like, for people like whoever the fuck was doing the Splatfest stuff for SRB2 card and needing to do a whole bunch of hacks to persist player data. I wanted identity verification to be, like, drop in and very easy for them. Let's see if matchmaking actually cancels. There we go. So it was actually a ton of work to get that working, and then all of the other features that I wanted to do based on player persistence, like the ability to set people as your rival based on your fucking combined win-loss record against them in online games, kind of just didn't materialize. You can't even see, like, if you use the nodes command in console, you can see everyone's keys. But, like, I also never really figured out a way to do a compact representation of a 512-byte public key in a way that was, like, graphically easy to verify at a glance. Like, because even if you do, like, fucking... Even if you do it in base 64, it's still, like, pretty long and clumsy, and there are a lot of places in the game where displaying it causes issues. My period before Ring Racers came out, where I was searching for other games similar to SRB2 Cart and Juicebox, most of the games I've tried had a ready-up system in public lobbies, and from my experience, it's way too common for how flawed it is. Do you have any idea how that system caught on? I wonder about that, right? I think the Ring Racer's continuous lobby system is good. I am frustrated by games that use matchmaking and reform players after every round rather than keeping them in the lobby that they're in. Because I feel like playing with the same group of people over time is, like, a much more personal and meaningful experience than getting a set of new random opponents every time. And also, like, it just takes time to form people together again. So, like, to me, like, combining all of the disadvantages and requiring both cooperation and, like, making everyone faceless is such a fucking mess. But yeah, I want to do more work on, like, RRID related stuff, but because, like, there are very, very few active programmers on the team, I feel kind of snowed under doing what I can, and I'd honestly kind of like to tie the bow on the project in a broader sense. Should I get more booze? I could sip a little bit more. I definitely need to be right back, though, and whether or not I'll actually be right back with alcohol has yet to be determined. They all got super activated and tried to eat fucking I totally forgot about this, but like, definitely the actual worst part of anything that I have ever programmed is actually the margin boost nuisance Puyo icons. Because Oni did the redraws of all the fucking nuisance icons from fucking Puyo fucking... Is it Sun? Fucking Dreamcast one, whatever the fuck it is. And like... I was like, oh, I think it would be cute if instead of just, like, using the icon for the level of margin boost, like it going up one every time, they kind of fanned out and looked like distributions of actual garbage Puyo. And it ruined my fucking life to do that for some reason. Because, like, that game has a, like, really weird, arbitrary skewed distribution of, like, when the garbage symbols appear, especially the higher ones, where it's, like, very crushed up towards the top end, and, like, if I were to, like, generate some arbitrary number of fucking, some arbitrary number of nuisance Puyo, and then just, like, display that number using the language of the game, it would have been, like, the symbols would have kind of jumped around, and you wouldn't have, like, you'd have seen a bunch of, like, low-value ones in a way that I didn't think looked particularly good, like, it kind of looked intuitively wrong. And I also wanted it to go up in kind of a predictable way, where, like, in the version that's currently in the release game, or the release candidate, it's like, every 3 levels of margin boost, you see a new leading icon. And as it turns out, setting that up completely fucking ruined my life. Because if you expand the table so that the distance between every symbol is consistent, it overflows a 64-bit integer. So I had to do a bunch of, like, I should have just abandoned the idea entirely and just completely, like, manufactured fake stuff. But instead I already, like, had it in my head and at, like, 85% working. That it's like, okay, we'll just generate a number that's at the low end of a certain bracket, in the middle of a certain bracket, and then at the high end of a certain bracket. And the symbol distribution should look natural and correct while still being totally controlled by the code. And it was a mess, and I should have just used the native garbage table. And I had to, like, do some horrible shit where we, like, shift the entire math down by, like, the basis of the lowest relevant symbol. I don't know, it's of everything I've ever programmed for this game, that's the stuff that actually, like, is unironically not good. What to do in terms of ring gain? I could run 2 copies of ring gain boost, but I don't actually know if that does anything. Maybe dash panel mini? How much is Travel Ring Bounty? I don't think I've ever put this on. Thank you for getting that clip, by the way, Frog. This is unparalleled shit. This is almost a forum weapon. What RPGs have you been into lately? I have been playing a lot of Path of Exile 2. That's mainly it in terms of RPGs. I've been kind of jonesing for something, but after installing, like, basically the entire top 100 free games on Steam, and, like, going back through my library, nothing is scratching the itch quite like PoE 2 for me right now. I'm not generally huge on RPGs to begin with, but I do like, I have a mighty need deep within me for,
Hello!
like, combat with good button feel and, like, character customization that makes me feel like my decisions actually fucking matter. So, like, New Genesis was right out. Oh, super slow starter Wisp chance. It's... Oh, we're on Tap Boost Festival. Okay, I think I switched over in time. I'm like, dude, you're fucking throwing for your team if you're not generating rings. I vaguely remember you developing the Fucker Striker. The Fucker Striker went through so many iterations in PoE 1. I'm a little bit mad that the strongest character I ever made in that game ended up being a Cycloner rather than Flicker, but Cyclone is just a better skill. Flicker had a bunch of really interesting mechanical restrictions that made it fun to do Buildcraft, though. I'm definitely not, like... I still prefer it, even if I think other skills in that game are stronger. And obviously, like, Flicker at a very, very high end is, like... It's very specifically the best at the thing that it does, you know? But, like, today I will play Flicker Strike at a level below 1 mirror. And, like, really quickly run through monsters and then have to run back over their bodies to pick up the loot and then run back to the place that I was at. Oh well. Trying to break to let him catch up with me. Oh, shit. That whole sequence I can blame on, like, being slightly intoxicated and really wishing that I had the gadget space to play this with Technical Drift instead. Technical Drift is just a way more fun way of playing handling vehicles IMO. Right now I kinda don't care about anything other than, like, getting tap boosts. But I'm stuck in kind of a weird position. I bet our leader feels really fucking alone right now, so I'll try to make some progress. Oh, the fucking tornado. That's a really disruptive item. I didn't need to hit that pad, but I, like, swung towards it anyway because, like, it was probable that people behind me might have needed to hit it when the boost ran out. It sucks because, like, I really like this final lap mix on Chronos, but the track's final lap gameplay is so fucking bad. Not much in the way of taps, but I can still try to get a little bit more before I have to commit to the cut. Video gaming! Woo! I love video games! Thoughts on the 1.0.1 released version of Tokyo Extreme Racer 2025? I tried it earlier and really did not feel it. I might return to it at some point. People are speaking pretty highly of it, but, like... the game felt a little bit dry and the handling wasn't super interesting when I tried it. I'll tolerate a lot for good core driving, as you can see, but there's very little that can save, like, a feeling of disengagement with the handling model. Can you fucking believe how bad that is, by the way? Like... Final positions on Kronos Island are like, they have nothing to do with your ability to drive, even more so than the rest of the game. It is kind of terrible. A lot of other sections of the game aren't that bad, like, they don't have end cuts that are quite that extreme. And in particular, like, Metal Harbor's end cut is outright bad, as far as I can tell, even though endings are usually dog shit for other reasons in that fucking track.
Very well.
But, like, Kronos is the one that kind of just insults my intelligence by even implying that my performance matters. I've had a headache all day, man. This fucking blows. I'm trying to drink so much water. Tap boosts as an objective feel weirdly divorced from actual racing, and it kind of brings to the forefront the idea of like how recoverable positions actually are without using any of the tools that are intended for position recovery. Like, you can make up so much distance in this game without using items that the items genuinely feel kind of vestigial. Like, if you're in range to slipstream someone, you will overtake them eventually, provided you're not driving significantly worse than they are. Like, it has to be a lot. Uh-oh. Yaha. Alright. Let's do our best. I also think there might be some, like, anti-scam on Team Boost in particular. Like, I think it might last shorter when you're up front. Sometimes you gotta take ibuprofen together. I had a couple aspirin this morning, but maybe I should actually take, like, real pain medication. Although I do have to, like, make sure I actually remember what interactions pain medication has with alcohol first. I've had, like, 1 1/4 drinks. It's not that serious, but I do like to know. I do try pretty hard not to be the, wow, I'm so drugged, guys, wow, type of streamer. But I do legitimately find alcohol so fucking interesting. As a guy who spends way too much time in my own head, I do feel that, like, it seems to make some sense to me that, like, altered states of perception are, like, really fucking fascinating. Hello from YouTube chat, I left the stream category being trash. I didn't even update the game. You think I would actually get some more viewers if I actually, you know, was playing the game that a lot of people were talking about in the directory that people are talking about it in? I don't even think this game is trash either. I just think I'm, like, outside of target audience, like I said. Genuinely, the game does not strike me as bad, just a little, like... a little bit... Oh, that one's good. Finish! Sorry, team. I got stuck on a pole.
Ow!
Oh, no. Oh my god. I was carried to victory. My team topped... My team podium swept. And so I get first place even though I fucking bricked it. That's beautiful. Alright, let's see. Grug thinks slipstream good. Category Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Yay. Yeah, #1 lead keeper, 11th place. Where is my post on Fetty about this? If I can fucking pull this out. Let's drag this fucking window out. Fucking my review of Sonic Crossworlds. I think it's a beautiful thing. I did actually really like the handling of Need for Speed Unbound. The NOS mechanics are very strange, and in particular, I feel like you got a lot of fucking speed reward for doing things that didn't make a lot of sense. And the open world felt like simultaneously kind of anemic and forced, while also feeling kind of frustrating because you were constantly forced to do chases in, like, cars that are way worse than you own because of the way that event classes were laid out. Let me rush for some fucking ibuprofen. Alright, and real quick, can you take ibuprofen with alcohol? Moderate to excessive quantities of alcohol can increase the side effects of ibuprofen. Drinking small quantities of alcohol to take ibuprofen is usually safe. However, it is advised that users never take more than the recommended dosage. Missed the start boost, sorry guys. By the way, in case it's not, like, blindingly obvious that I'm, like, literally just some guy and shouldn't be treated as an authority on anything except things that I fucking created, and even then, like, only sparingly, don't fucking, like, please don't take anything I say on this stream as gospel. I kind of resent having responsibility for that type of stuff, but I kind of refuse to abdicate it, so that's where we are. Oh, I'm not on tech drift, so I don't get to do the outside drift. Yeah, level 3 burst NOS felt like it wasn't burst NOS, it was just NOS, you know? And, like, the gap, like, the idea that you could gain it through both clean driving and, like, drift driving was interesting. But if I remember my fucking play sessions correctly, clean driving always felt like it generated significantly more while also being, like, flatly faster. But also, like, the things you did to generate it while clean driving were mostly, like, I'm behind and drafting off people and, like, driving on the wrong side of the road and dodging unreactable traffic. When do I get an actual fucking Heroes song on a course that looks like a Heroes level? So I definitely didn't play for taps at all, by the way, like I completely fucking forgot. Maybe a boost wisp. This is fine.
Finish!
So it looks like we're at least second, third, fourth, maybe first, second, third. Does it give you grip? Is that why it felt so fucked up? Ugh. Farm burst NOS from so quickly by micro drifting because it gives you the NOS bonus from drifting plus the NOS bonus from grip turning. See, that feels like it should never happen. That's terrible. Whew, just barely. Yeah, scary. I will forever remember what you said back when you streamed Red Out 2 and found that Red Out Discord guy. It's just such an unfortunate fucking situation. Like, that's your only method of outreach to a community is like, hey, if you're joining matchmaking expecting it to function, it will function for exactly 1 day after this game goes free. So it is my responsibility to put the URL of the Redout Discord on people's screens as often as I can if I want my game to succeed. Can I refill my water really quickly as well?
Great! Great! Later! Let's go!
I've got grippy holiday socks on, except the grip has been washed off of them with repeated machine wash abuse. And, like, being slightly intoxicated walking on bare concrete floors with gripless grippy socks is an experience.
Wow, guys, I'm so drunk.
All Saber Interactive did was pay streamers to play Red Out 2. Red Out 2 strikes me as so confusing, too. Like, I don't know, even after all the time that I spent with it, because I went back to it, like, more than a couple times after that stream, I still don't know that I really fuck with the heat management system. The way that Super Boost functions feels kind of reactionary to the fucking APTB meta in Red Out 1. And it's like, okay, that's a fun style of play, and rather than nerfing it, we want to, like, make it a universal system. That makes a lot of sense, but I don't know, as somebody who felt like the strict boost routing was one of Red Out 1's weakest points, oh my god, networked collision is fucking impossible, dude. That's a little bit frustrating to me. Alright, it's full fuse. I have the opportunity to ruin a couple of days in a second here. Except it's like just my team up here. Hey, we got somebody. Probably. Assuming that networked collision isn't the hardest thing ever. I want to farm for more taps, but I also kind of want to be, like, towards the front. How did that miss me? It was aimed directly at me. I actually don't know what happened there. Anyway, without, like, doing anything in particular, I'm now getting items from the 8th place bracket. Figured I'd dump that before Dark Chow dumps something on me. I kinda didn't feel like doing the lower cut there. I was hoping to do the off-road extension with the laser, but that's probably an okay result given the situation that I was in. Ooh. That's hard, dude. That's a pretty brutal result. I'll look at Screamer another time. I'll, like, write something down to take a look at that. Let's open my big stupid obsidian vault that contains mainly, like, insane screeds about Ring Racer's development and the advent calendar notes. Did you turn on a light? Oh, I have a page about ibuprofen and alcohol open on my other monitor. Check this out. If I open up a new tab. Hey! And I mean, like, at least in theory, you can totally light a streaming setup just with monitors. These are at very low brightness too, you know? Like, my fucking camera is, like, the exposure's all fucked up right now because I'm on low light, but just by opening two, like, pure white pages, we arrive here. And I mean, I could turn on real lights and just, like, you'd lose your fucking mind. Check this out.
Hey guys!
Hey, it's like I have fucking lighting in my room, or something insane like that. Yeah, it's like I actually... We built a house with lights in it, I don't know. Bring back the void? You got it! Anytime, anything for you guys. Anything for you, Pookie. Swear to God, I have that exact steering wheel. That's a Driving Force GT, so you probably, like, have something almost identical. You were talking about a Driving Force before, right? This is probably one of my favorite layouts in the game, having had some time to get to grips with it. Terrible decision. I'm like, oh, I can boost through the hazard like it's Ring Racers. Yeah, I swear Boom Boo shows up significantly more often in festivals. I pick the Crossworld. A lot of the fucking... The Crossworld gimmick is kind of lost on me, because mostly I don't care where we go. I have to, like, remind myself that it's selected. Mostly I just, like, I don't know, I think the frontrunner has a strong incentive to select Frenzy, and that's about as far as it goes. Dang. Yeah, you gotta hit people on jumps to suppress their air tricks. The location of that bomb, completely unknowable. Little rift tap there. Oh. I've never taken that cup before, so I just kind of didn't expect that to happen. It's okay. I can probably put together something, right? Uh-oh. Yeah, that's probably the end of that comeback. Yeah, if I hadn't gotten clipped by that, probably that monster truck would have been an extremely effective scam, but as it was only a moderately effective scam. Dang. That one feels kind of like my fault. Just like a very blatant mistake at the end. Your thoughts on Hot Wheels Unleashed? I've never played it myself. I've seen a friend play it, and it looked like a little bit of a clown game, a little bit unpolished around the edges, but it does seem cute. The framework of, like, this is a Hot Wheels track seems to provide some obvious constraints in terms of, like, interesting track design, if that makes any sense. Like, that doesn't give you a ton of room to do, like, interesting set pieces or roadways beyond, like, this is a big jump. Oh, I need to pick something explicitly because Kronos Island is on the screen. We love the Miku horn. I think that's gonna take over the dolphin in terms of, like, the noise that people spam to be annoying. The fuck-ass calibration thing where you have to physically stop it, otherwise it goes off-center. Does it? That's kind of fucked up. I haven't run into that personally, or at least I haven't noticed. Was that motherfucker named Paladin of the West playing Shadow the fucking Hedgehog? That's the funniest thing that's happened all day, and I want to race while I'm on the phone. Hello, T. Yeah, Sonic Cross Worlds is fucking interesting. Like, you probably understand some of the situation that I feel like I'm in, confronting the design of this game as somebody who had, like, a very directly different idea about, like, how a lot of these things should even function. But, like, the core driving is really good, game fucking sounds and looks great. And I think, like, expecting anything to fucking... Like, I never expect anyone to design games the way that I design games, because fucking the way that I design games is for complete fucking freaks. And, like, when making a video game for profit, you do have to, like, actually consider whether or not people will want to play it. Mass appeal is part of the equation. I don't know what geometry I landed on that caused me to bounce off of that, but that's interesting. I will do what I can from here. Probably not super hard to get back into range. Especially not if I get that fuck-ass item. I wonder if I was meant to drop onto the lower path there to get a couple extra tricks. The hand. I also feel like the fucking extreme, like, harmony choir spam works way better on this stage than on a lot of other soundscapes. 2 boosts, huh? I'm gonna guess that's a race result.
Good.
I have too many reservations about so much superficial shit with this game. The Fortnite-ification of everything is obviously really agitating. I just quite blatantly don't want to look at SpongeBob. I just hate the idea of having to hear Eggman talk in a Sonic game 06 onward. Just not interested, huh? I understand. Yeah, randomly encountering kart and ring racers people on this game has been one of the funniest fucking things. I have considered... I don't know, is it bad form to roll up with 3 kart crew members as a pre-made in festival and set all of our name to kartcrew.org pipe actual name? I don't know, you guys saw that, like, when I mentioned Ring Racers in the Crossworlds video, I literally bleeped the name Ring Racers, because I just do not want to deal with any fucking discourse about this game versus an official... this game versus our unofficial fucking bullshit fan game project for freaks. Because the fucking worst thing that can happen is, like... so much of the problems that we encountered on release were expectations issues. People are so fucking shitty when their expectations are violated, and it creates huge messes that, for instance, our Discord staff has to clean up and, like, read and wade through the entire time they're doing it. Don't let Sonic fans talk about anything you make. Yeah, it's fucking... I've never had any reason to scrutinize a fan community as closely as the Sonic community, but, like, it genuinely doesn't seem like a good place to be. And I don't... I say that not in, like... I don't know. I don't want to be mean about that, because I feel like it takes a lot of strays from people who are there specifically to be mean-spirited about people's interests, and that's not the angle. My angle is... no trick, huh? My angle is purely observational, just the rate of bad behavior that has nothing to do with how much I want to fuck Sally Acorn. is just absolutely astronomical. It makes no sense to me. Yeah, that was a really short boost. I think it is fucking drop down if you're in the lead. I shake that off before I release the 3. I kind of wish that that input was anything but stick spinning, because I just feel like I'm damaging my device whenever I do it, even though I know it has TMR sticks. Like, what are you gonna do on a Switch 1? You will break your Joy-Con. These are not good. Oh, boy. No, the fucking the strays that Ring Racers catches are like almost as funny as the ways people try to shill it in spaces where it doesn't belong, and everyone in the room reacts like, get that shit out of here. Like, fucking Keeg made a post recently on Blue Sky, I think, about like the prevalence of like, well, it's designed to be like easy to pick up for beginners, but with a lot of depth for experienced players that has been in the Steam description of every single fighting game released for the last 10 years. And Keeg makes some post on the theme of like, they should make a game that's impossible to pick up for beginners, but also has no depth. And somebody replies to them, Ring Racers. And I swear to God, I almost pulled a muscle laughing. Like, I can't even be upset about that one. That is commitment to hating for free that is so specifically laser guided that I like no bad blood, genuinely that one's fine. You know what I mean? It's like, because this is niche. I don't want it to get dragged into fucking wars about fucking higher fans or whatever the fuck. I want to be left alone and make the game that I want to make for me and my friends and people who think like me and like the same things that I like. And if your expectation of the game was something different, like, sorry. And I hope you can still find something to love there. And I hope you can find it within your heart to maybe not call me and my friends a bunch of fucking traitors or morons, or like try to post our home addresses on 4chan or whatever. But like, I don't know, man. I'm just here to make a video game. I want to tie the bow on this thing because I basically, like, I got no serotonin when the game released, and then I watched it from a distance, alting in public net games and collecting data on balance issues, and now 2.4 release candidates are finally winding down after we fix a bunch of critical bugs. And I just want to tie the bow and play the game that I made, enjoy it, and not deal with the fact that it's been co-opted into conversations that I don't fucking care about. I don't know, I shouldn't talk about this when alcohol's involved, but I don't know, there's a pressure valve somewhere inside of me. It is, like, it's stressful. I won't pretend that it's not. I have no issue with the criticism like that when it's funny or honest, but not weirdly personal. Yeah, it's like, I welcome people shitting on things that they don't like. Where it feels to me to cross the line, and it's feels to me for a long time to cross the line, even if it's not related to things that, like, I made,
Hey!
is when you start, like, going over the line and start, like, creating fucked up fake reasons for people to be doing the things that they're doing. Like, the narratives I saw about me and my friends who, like, are largely doing kind of individualized, like, loosely connected work on a game that we all do for fun. The way that we were all lumped together as a single unit with, like, very specific ideological aims was kind of fucking astounding. But yeah, if you like ring racers, the biggest favor you can do for me is bringing it to people who you think are susceptible to falling into the ring racer's hole. The second biggest favor you can do for me is shutting up about it when people you don't think will be receptive are around. It's made for very particular tastes. I don't think those tastes are as narrow as people have been made to believe, but, like, definitely if you want a specific thing and ring racers isn't that, I don't think people should tell you that ring racers is that thing or that you're wrong for wanting something different than what it is. It is completely unsurprising to me that Sonic Crossworlds is doing as well as it is, having, like, fundamentally disagreed with me and the people that I enjoy making video games with about what things in fucking racing games are even considered problems worth solving. Like, this game doesn't give a shit about position stability or fucking skill expression or what have you at all in the slightest. It just wants to feel good to drive and make a bunch of shit happen. And unsurprisingly, people want that out of a kart racer. They think it's normal to expect that, and they're having a good time with it, and I'm having a good time with it, and I don't know why I didn't get that. That's the second time a Boom Boo has just, like, completely mysteriously missed me. Like, I censored ring racers in that fucking video I made about Crossworlds because I don't want people to find it from Crossworlds videos. And I definitely don't want to create the impression at all that I think we are competing with that thing. Because we're not. I made a thing that I wanted to exist. It's tiring having to explain that that's the only motivation. I don't know, is this a crash out? You guys can be honest with me if it is. Okay. It's like, I'm not here to rage about guys who aren't here, but I do feel like... I don't know, I'm in what I feel like is a pretty unique position where I feel like we got unbelievable pushback for, like, something that pretty objectively nobody had any claim to. Like, it's different than the usual video game discourse for me because the thing is free. It wasn't crowdfunded, nobody bought it. It didn't replace the thing that it was a sequel to. And in fact, a lot of the titling was specifically, like, the reason it's called Ring Racers instead of SRB2 Kart version 2 is specifically, like, at least in, well, first off, SRB2 Kart's a terrible title, but also because, like, the idea that it would replace a game that was foundationally intended to be less frustrating Mario Kart on PC with mods. Like, of course, that has broad appeal. We didn't want to work within that design framework anymore, so we made something new. But of course, it's no fucking surprise, right? Damn, 100 tricks, what am I missing? I kind of love the stupid little drill tank, by the way. That guy playing Eggman and the stupid little drill tank is like a hero. Never make anything for free. If there's a single fucking thing that I want anybody to take away from anything that I talk about in Ring Racers, well, two things at roughly equal importance. Use good technology and don't make a fan game. Like, probably don't make things for free, either. Like, that's just a fucking waste of time. But, like... Because, like, your work is worth something. Pricing for indie games is fucked up, and people can only, like, fucking click on Vampire Survivors in the Steam store unless it's $1 or whatever. But, like, your work is worth something. And... because your work is worth something, you should fucking value your ability to do more of it with less time, which means you need to use good tools. And you should value your, like, sovereignty over that work. What you create should be fully yours. So, don't fucking make fan games and use good tools. Use Godot. In many ways, Ring Racers 2.4 represents the culmination of, like, my favorite racing game and a lot of my favorite design ideas that have been kicking around in my head for years. And it's a celebration of, like, the fucking ability that me and my friends have developed over fucking years and years of constant development. And in other ways, it's a colossal fucking waste of time. All things you do for fun are, but, like,
Hey guys!
more than most, Ring Racers is a huge fucking waste of time. Don't ever do anything for SRB2 or any derivative. It's universally fucking dog shit. And don't tie your work to somebody else's IP. Running Fighter Sister Dynasties to Godot with rollback would be fun. I've been wondering about, like, I keep seeing a Godot platform fighter package go around, and I'm looking at that like L-Sword 2 question mark? Thoughts? If you're not grinding to be the next billionaire, you're wasting time, duh. I mean, I probably legitimately shouldn't talk about how I feel about that while I'm drinking, because, like, let's be real. We got a limited number of years, and the only way I deal with that on a day-to-day basis is just by gaslighting myself and pretending that I won't die. But, like, I think people intuitively understand what, like, holistic fulfillment is, and understand that if you spend your time doing that, regardless of the fucking numbers or checkboxes you attain as part of your journey through life, you're probably doing better than most. That, like, the ability to achieve that should matter to you. And I also have a very complicated relationship with doing things that I love for money. People who have known me for a really, really long time know that I fucking stepped away from music for a period longer than a decade because I just couldn't deal with, like, something that I got internal fucking reward from becoming something that was about external validation. Yaha! Hell yeah, you can open the door. I'm racing, though. Oh! Dang. Thank you, Wes. I'm sorry the door's a piece of shit. It's our fault collectively. We all hung the door. It's true. We have that capacity.
Alright, here you go. There's a little bit of smoothie on the outside of the smoothie cups.
Thank you, Wes. You're the best.
With the paper towel.
I think I'm responsible enough for a paper towel. I can handle that. Alright, back to what the fuck I was doing, I think. Does anybody remember what I was talking about or whether or not it's important? That seemed like an extremely long-lasting drill, by the way. Anybody else? Like, sometimes I feel like that warning comes up for, like, 15 seconds at a time. Woo! That was a lot to bet on. Did you fucking guys see that? You can get 100 ring from those boxes. What a time to get team boost. Monster truck overtake, though, so, like, da-da-da.
Great!
Intrinsic joy versus extrinsic value. Yeah, it's like, anybody who knows me for a long time knows that I basically crashed out of music for a decade because I couldn't deal with, like, receiving external validation for something that you do for internal reasons is not an upgrade. It saps the internal drive. There are, like, studies done on this. It's a scary thing to manage, and you have to treat it very carefully. If you do something as a passion for money, or for fucking numbers, or for any other reason that isn't the passion, you hurt yourself. Observably. You have to treat it very carefully. We'll talk about this in a voice call when 2.4 drops, and I'll tell you it's okay to drink just to see what happens. I'm definitely gonna save a little bit of booze for that interview. I'm excited. But I would like to actually fucking get the update out. That's somewhat important.
Hi!
Hello.
I don't know, it's all a fucking mess, is basically the thing that I'm trying to get across here.
Hi!
And you should just, like... Taking your craft seriously, as a creative of any kind, involves walking a very strange tightrope between, like, trusting and exercising your own ability and, like, deeply protecting the, like, intrinsic motivation that drives that ability. I don't have it figured out, but Ring Racers has helped me figure it out, and I wish, like, my friends didn't have to get their home addresses posted on 4chan in order to make that happen, but, like, hey. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? Oh, it's tap boost again. Okay. There is a wall there. Haha. I feel like people only use Trick Adept and Trick Expert for, like, the bounties. I wonder if the boosts they grant are actually worth anything, because I kind of don't intuitively feel that. We are farming tap boosts. That person also definitely was not actually hit by that item. The game just lied. The SRB2 community has so much fucking bullshit that we inherited from them. Like, it's an incredible project. I don't want to put down anybody who fucking works on it. Despite the number of times that I've shouted, like, SRB2 is a waste of time, I get the sense that if I had sat down and had a conversation with a lot of the people in Sonic Team Junior who are still pushing that thing forward, they would agree with me. Like, ultimately, it's your fucking life and everything's a waste of time anyway, you know? But, like, the fact that Ring Racers has roots that are so directly tied to that community, which I was not a part of at all, and only became, like, distantly aware of while doing fucking add-on work for SRB2 Kart V1. It totally blindsided me how much of what was going on in our own spaces descended directly from shit that had nothing to do with anything I had ever worked on. The joke pre-release is that if Sega ever DMCA'd us, it would be Toho Kart, because there are, like, really, really good fan work policies for Toho that basically don't restrict anything except, like, don't pretend to be Zun, and don't, like, use this for blatant evil. I'm pretty sure that Keeg posted the SRB2 Kart 1.0 trailer, and I was at the time looking for, like, games to self-host on game night, and I'm like, hey, a kart racer that I can run a dedicated server for. That seems pretty nice. And then fucking years of my life just evaporated. So that's great. Alright, I will be back momentarily. I gotta pick one of these. How about this? Oh god, what did I do? Okay, we're in 10 fighters, don't die. Fuck! Alright, I'm not gonna go for too much longer, but I do want to play a few more. I got all the collab stuff, so I'm pretty happy with that. Didn't take nearly as long as I expected, but I guess, like... I don't know, getting people to log in and play for a total of 3 hours on a weekend seems like a low bar, but maybe I'm just used to fucking horrifically time-abusive mobile games or something. I don't know what to say about that. How do I change my title? Is it all the way out here? Yeah, it is. It's me, I'm a virtual singer. Go, my son! You can do it! Yeah! You're doing it! So how do we feel about the Miku car? The Mii car, if you will. Yellow. Interesting. Do they still have evil doppelganger bots in this game, or was that just a network test thing? I think they still have evil doppelganger bots, I'm gonna be real. You actually can't overlap decals in this game, which seems to me like incredible cowardice. But also, like, probably there was some mandate from on high about, like, if we see people make a penis with the Razer logo, you guys are going to federal prison. So, you know. What a strange set of fucking stickers, too. Yeah, brands. The Fortnite-ification of everything is extremely agitating to me. Like, the Fortnite-ification of Magic the Gathering basically cemented, like, I played that game a little bit in high school, and I played a little bit of MTG Arena, and now I have just absolutely no fucking interest in talking to or thinking about it at all. How do you feel? I'll have to defend those decisions is, like, way more interesting 5 years ago. I mean, fucking... Versus games and crossover games have such a fucking long history in fighting game shit. Oh, right, I'm still on my fucking trick set when I should really be switched to quick recovery for, dropping back to help tap boost. Super speed tricks are very funny, though. Look at her spin! Oh yeah, it's because it's my color. That's why. Alright, enjoy this.
Random track.
Look at how close the race is, by the way. Just fucking... Oh god, I actually hiccuped. I'm turning into a fucking Looney Tunes drunkard. Like, seriously, at any time I can look back and it's like, oh, it's the whole race. I actually don't even know what they're putting in the water to make people so close to each other. Like, ring racers would have a problem getting players this close together if we tried. And it's like, obviously you can tell the game is tuned so that people, like, slide off walls and, like, it's very easy for them to fucking bump around obstructions. But, like, it's not that easy, right? Like, you still have to steer, and a lot of people can't, right? So how do they get people so close together? Don't spin your Miku too much or else she'll get dizzy. It's okay. Call that the rolling girl. so many bad things now happening on this turn. Oh god, I can't even drive. I have, like, no taps. That one was pretty miserable. Feel any overt rubber banding? Not in private rooms, at least. In private rooms, if I break for the first 2 turns, I stay exactly 2 turns behind for the entire game. So, like, you figure, okay, it's slipstreaming, but, like, slipstreaming doesn't feel that strong when it's happening. Like, that's just an intuition thing. I don't actually, like... Without, like, some assistance, I don't feel like slipstreaming on its own gets you very close to catching up, but maybe I'm wrong? Oh yeah, I should change my plate before I forget. There we go. Aggressive boost items at the back? Maybe? But, like, I mean, drill and laser and all that. Like, drill, laser... both get you a lot of fucking distance without you having to drive. Monster Truck actually seems harder to drive than, like, regular driving. It's, like, really difficult by comparison because you're just so big and you run into so much stuff. Grow. I wanna grow. I genuinely could not have asked for a more perfect clip to, like, cause problems in conversations than, like, coming back from being AFK the entire race in 12th place and then placing 4th and then winning the festival. The team racing mode in Cross Worlds is a fucking time-limited event. It replaces regular online play. You can always do teams matches in a fucking race park as well, but...
Logging on.
And I believe you can do teams in custom rooms because it uses the race park UI. Maybe it nerfs the punishment mechanics. That's what I was wondering, because this game, like, does have stun. That period where you flash red, and, like, even if you get put under boost effect, your boosting is less effective than it would be normally. So probably that timer scales a little bit more. Or, like, the effect of it. It could be a lot of things. It's like, I find the way this game is constructed really interesting because it's genuinely hard to figure out, you know? Can you play supersonic speed in rooms? Curious. No. I was like, supersonic doesn't play badly in single player, so I'm surprised they've been so coy about allowing it into online at all. Sec was wondering if it was just, like, the collision code not being able to hold up at that speed and not wanting to show the game off that way. And I feel like there might be something to that, because the netcode is genuinely completely trash in this game. And I'll disclaimer that every time I say it, with Ring Racers uses delay-based netcode, which is worse. In some ways. Like, if Ring Racers used fucking netcode as sloppy as this, then, like, our focus on actually, like, being able to move in ways that reduce your risk from item shots, etc., would never work, because you just have no idea where anyone is or what they're doing. I've run into situations where, like, even trap item placement is significantly different. You see, like, people will trap at the bottom of a ramp, and then remote players to them will report, like, hey, I got hit by your magnet at the start of the next turn. Your item didn't drop where you dropped it. It dropped somewhere completely different. Fat guy. Fat guy on an extreme gear. Did that block the bomb? Okay, we really need to, like, do some tap boosts. Ouch. Quick recovery makes life so fucking nice, though. Everything is so fucking non-stressful. Oh my god, what the fuck? The way people can muscle you off the road when, like, the networked collision is trying to move them back to their real position. Another thing that Chrome and I ran into is that, like, we ran into situations where on my screen, I'm on the left and Chrome's on the right. And on Chrome's screen, they're on the left and I'm on the right. And so we're both, the versions of us on each other's screens are both trying to slide over to match our real position. And so we're just bullying the shit out of each other, constantly bumping against each other. And we force each other mutually into off-road doing that.
Cool.
It's very confusing. Those are high positions, but I don't think we performed very well in terms of tap boosts unless it was, like, done without my involvement. Yeah. The thing about the netcode being so bad is that it kind of, like, it defuses one of the last lines of, potential item counterplay that there is, which is the idea of, like, body blocking people or driving in ways that avoid stuff like fucking unaimed green glove. Because you just don't know where people are or where they can be. Like, the number of times you see in the final straight, you see people strafing from left to right in ways that are dramatically faster than even a 100 handling machine can turn. It's very confusing. I did see the Midnight Club 2 video, and it's basically, like, the same kind of issue. Except the game doesn't let you see your, like, vehicles clipped into one another, it just pushes them out. I love the stickers, dude. The stickers are one of my favorite things about this entire fucking game. I feel like I need this Miku thumbs up captioned with something extremely disrespectful, and then added directly to hitbox dimension. Slap like no one asked under that. And the Miku design is really good too. I really like it. What's your thoughts on gadgets in the festival? I think that, like, the rental plates are kind of suspiciously bad, and the fact that it pushes you onto rental plates when an objective changes, and doesn't, like, instead prompt you, hey, would you like to use the rental plate now that the objective has changed? Which would also accomplish, like, letting you know that the objective has changed, is a little bit strange. But I think overall, like, festival secondary objectives give people a little bit more of a reason to experiment with plates than, like, the very rigid, like, play for top half and last minute boost scam that kind of, oh my god, network collision. That kind of dominates the game otherwise. So I think it's interesting enough. First, second, eighth, oh, okay, so, like, you guys get it, right? Like, you see it when it happens to me. I'm not just, like, my expectations... My expectations might be weird, but I don't think they're that weird, you know? Hit the brakes for a moment, hoping to let them catch up. But I don't know if it's enough. I wonder if hitting those bumpers actually slows you down in any appreciable way. Uh-oh. Okay, I made it over first, at least. So many Boom Boos in Festival. Oh yeah, I'm like way too far out for my team to fucking tap me right now. But we're getting to lap 3, so the point where you play for position is actually like rapidly approaching. So of course it's time for me to tap the inside of the first turn and like start falling behind. It's not lasting though. This slipstream set is really good at overtaking. Like, almost like verging on bad game design, good at overtaking, I feel. It's like, I don't know, I think this game would benefit from more position stability because the driving is really good and it would be cool if it mattered more. But like, I don't know, everybody really likes this game, so I don't have a lot to say about the way that it's structured relative to like the actual Sega design goals. I think that Dark Chow just secured my win because it started everyone's roulette as I pulled in. I have some theories about that. The anti-sandbagging Dark Chow as like a cooperative festival partner. Oh, I meant unlocking it by playing the festival. Oh yeah, that's garbage. That's like quite straightforwardly not good. Dang. Yeah, I guess I should have tried to drop back more aggressively on the first and second lap. Because, like, I don't know, if your whole team is struggling, I guess you kind of have no choice in tap boost objectives but to play with the team and just make it work. Niku behind your Thomas Jefferson. No! RC6 is looking crazy. The full 2.4 release patch notes are going to go so hard. It's going to be a fucking novel when we combine all the map changes. I don't even know what the fuck I'm gonna do. Oh yeah, new Mahjong ebook just dropped. Fucking... I need to figure out if I can get the EPUB DRM just so I can read it on my fucking e-reader. Where did... I think Twill linked this in another chat. 136 ready to use Mahjong strategy and tactics. Were the RC1 notes really funny? What did people think seeing those for the first time? I definitely made an effort to be like really comprehensive when writing the bulk of that because I did want people to know exactly what the fuck we had been cooking all that time. Gunla was saying time to fix all the maps again in the VC I was in with them. Dude, we expanded the tester pool a little bit to include like some pretty strong community players, specifically for like getting some data on like balance changes for large games that we feel might be exploitable. And like the first fucking couple of games with that crowd had all of the mappers on Suicide Watch. It was unbelievable. Classic. We love Angel Arrow Classic. Alright, I don't have to give a shit about my team tap boosting. If they drown in the pack, they drown in the pack, and it's not my fault, because I'm literally just here to fucking farm rings. Risuji has only got me into trouble and never out of it. Real. I feel like the real reason to read strategy books is because, like, Simple heuristics for decisions are how we, like, play Mahjong without going fucking completely batshit crazy. Oh yeah, I have to remember to pay attention to how much the travel ring bounty is. I'm definitely not using Trick Bounty for this, which seems like an unusual choice for ring collection festivals. But I actually don't think that ring collection on Trick is that good. I could be wrong, though. Networked collision. That's a Dark Chow, isn't it? Into the ocean with you. I wonder if Mini Ring Thief is actually worth the slot. 2 for a collision seems so small, especially when it has like a small internal cooldown. Oh, I didn't fucking react in time. It's okay, it's probably better for me to have this on lap 3. I am using extended slipstream here, right? Yeah. Probably in the sense that, like, your driving matters in the sense that, like, people who can drive well are more capable of staging comebacks from, like, similar distances, so. I probably didn't need to use that boost there. That was probably, like, almost strictly a mistake. Whew.
Finish!
I guess third is fine. Pair it with the character boost kit, gives 4 rings per trick, and with Trick Expert it goes funny, best on Radical Highway. Oh yeah, because that'd stack. That's kind of cute. How'd my set do, though? 529 rings compared to the highest in the race being 425. I definitely feel like I got let down into my grave a little bit. It doesn't seem like my set is hard to utilize either, so I'm surprised that I don't see it more often. What was I running earlier today? Yeah, it was just exactly this, I think. I don't even remember seeing the travel ring bounty. Did anybody else see what it actually scored as? Okay, I'll have to pay attention again. Because guaranteed payouts like that that don't scale with anything seem like an okay way to fill out your plate, but I'm not sure. Hey. Return. Thank you both for your participation in the social experiment. Discourse about second place shrink on Frantic mode. Frantic literally not doing anything was super funny. Well, it did things, but like it didn't do the primary thing that it was supposed to do. I think I will make this my last. We're starting to hit the taper point of intoxication, where I kind of just want to be under a blanket. You wouldn't begrudge me that, right? You wouldn't deny your streamer the blankie? Oh my god. I actually think collecting rings as, like, a driving objective is kind of more interesting than actually trying to overtake players because it's, like, hard. Like, you can mess it up. Does anybody have any idea what these vocals are saying, though?
Random track.
Very impressed at how smooth this game's multiplayer is, even during its beta. I haven't had too many problems with, like, match-made play, but definitely the experience of, like, staying connected to friends in friend rooms, and, like, also general fidelity of player-to-player interactions has been pretty bad for me. But, like, it does a pretty alright job of hiding the lag as long as you don't expect to be able to do, like, pretty specific things on reaction to your opponents. If you expect that, you're in fucking trouble. 15 rings for a travel ring. So that's, like, comparable to starting boost bounty. He clued me into that fucking dash ring being slower, and I think that's funny as hell. There's a shortcut I've never taken on this map, because I just didn't recognize it. I'm gonna see if I can get it this time. That's pretty grimy, yeah. I was still in a dire position, though. I'm probably holding on to items for a little bit too long to actually make a bigger comeback. How's our rings, though? We can still win on rings? Smile? Oh, fuck. I'm not even doing anything that special, so I'm kind of surprised that I always have the highest. How have you been enjoying the game so far? I think it's very, very silly, but, like, the core driving is good, and it, like, looks and sounds good, and I think, like, as a return to form for a Sega arcade racer, it's kind of hard to hope for more than that. I like ring range up so much, but, like, I wonder about dash panel combo bounty. I've never actually used it before. Where's ring range up? There we go. I'll do one more because I'm curious about this now. They get you with the gadget system that's like, you really want to fucking try out a bunch of gadgets and see how to get, like, the optimal edge in a race, but then, like, in terms of actually collecting data about how strong your set is, 19 out of 20 races are decided by bullshit, so it's kind of hard to tell. Hey! The way the timer, like, counts up and down there is just nice, tight encapsulation. Oh shit, I'm the only person on my team without a crown. I heard front running is really bad in this game. Front running is, like, mathematically impossible in this game. It's so impossible that my voice cracked at the age of fucking 30. There are a lot of spots where if you're in first, you're just guaranteed to lose IMO. And in general, they made it extremely difficult to actually break away from other players farther than, like, half a turn. It's a pretty confusing set of tuning, but it's like it's very arcadey. It's the sort of thing that I'd expect if like the game was tuned so that like anybody from age fucking 8 to 18 can compete. But the driving is like good and interesting despite that tuning existing on top of it. Three, then 6, huh? I wonder if it applies to flight rings. Like, look at everybody's here, dude. Whole gang. Thanks so much, Al. Oh. I didn't even get the set. That sucks. Somebody here is using fucking travel ring bounty. I saw that 15 over the metal. Oh. I definitely steered away from my own fucking shit. Oh, you can just take that without a boost item. It doesn't slow you down at all. Huh. Oh shit, I missed. I blocked the Dark Chow, so I get to keep my monster truck. That's pretty hot. Maybe I should have used it earlier and tried to actually play closer to the top, but I think we're top 3, so... Is there no minimap? Team UI is where minimap would be. Yeah, you can switch it off, but... I don't know, I kind of like to know. Woo! Close. Alrighty, that's enough Miku Festival. I have had an alright time with this game today. A lot of stupid shit happened, but fucking comes with the territory. Thank y'all for coming out, and for tolerating me while I fucking scream about video games for like 3.5 hours. Hey, I thought this was a short stream, but it did turn out to be about 4 hours anyway. I can always tell that's when the fatigue sets in, so... Much love to y'all. See you soon-ish. Ring Racers 2.4. Fucking eventually. I'm dying. Get out of here. Race car takes flight and jumps a fence.